Good afternoon. I'd like to call this City Council meeting to order for closed session. I don't have any public comment speaker slips. Are there any public comments on Zoom, Mr. Moderator?
No, Mr. Mayor, I don't see any public comment on Zoom.
Thank you, sir. Madam City Attorney, what do we have on our docket?
We have one item on the closed session agenda, conference of legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 in one case in the matter of Teamsters Local 1932, Melissa Saavedra versus City of Redlands, grievance arbitration matter.
Okay, thank you. We stand in recess to our closed session. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to reconvene the City Council meeting. Our next on our agenda is the invocation by Councilmember Barich and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I'm doing a little something different. I had an opportunity to read this book a couple of weeks ago, and it's A Case for America, an argument on behalf of our nation by Brett Baer. I recommend anybody that is interested. It's the best book that I've seen, argument for America, and that I've read in a long time, but I do a lot of reading. So I want to pull something away on that. And this is, people, if you don't remember Condoleezza Rice, she was Secretary of State, National Security Advisor under George W. Bush. She is now a Denny Professor of Global Business and Economics at Stanford Graduate School of Business. Thomas and Barbara Stevenson's Senior Fellow on Public Policy at the Hoover Institute and a Stanford Professor of Science. So she's quite qualified when asked make an argument for America. I quote, "I was a child of a segregated South, fortunately with parents who were determined not to let that matter. But on the day that I was sworn in as Secretary of State, I stood in the Franklin room of the State Department. I glanced up at the portrait of Ben Franklin, and I wondered what that old guy would be thinking about this. Here's this black woman from the South, the segregated South, taking the oath of allegiance to a Constitution that once counted her ancestors at 3/5 of a man, promising to protect and defend it against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Oh, by the way, sworn in by a Jewish woman, Supreme Court Justice named Ruth Benz Gator, who was my neighbor. And of course, he would have never managed any of this. And I would have a little girl in Birmingham, and Ruth, who, when she was trying to get her voice heard at law school. And so the case for America is that America is not perfect. The case for America is we keep striving, we keep trying on the basis of our values and basis of our resilience and the basis of our belief in one another to make them a more perfect union. And this is never going to be done. Our work will always be continued. And I have been all over the world. I've visited lots of countries. And many I love, but there's nothing like the United States of America. That's her case. Especially in the 250 years that we've been in, I think it's quite fitting to have somebody like that state a great case for America. And that being said, let's have a pledge to our great city, our great country. I pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No. Yvette, do I need to make that motion, or can he make it?
Use that one.
Thank you.
It sounded like his was going out.
Okay, we have a couple of agenda modifications. We are pulling consent item I-4 for a presentation. We're pulling item I-16 for discussion. And I-8 also will have Assistant City Manager McConnell give us a rundown of that. And then on public hearing, we're removing item J3. Okay.
I move we accept the balance of the consent calendar.
Hold on. Yep.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we'll just go to our closed session report.
Oh, you're
Madam
right.
City Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. The City Council considered in closed session the matter of Teamsters Local 1932, Melissa Saavedra versus City of Redlands, and is prepared to take final action in open session. Mayor Pro Tem?
I'll make a motion to accept and adopt the findings and conclusions of the hearing officer. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Okay, you guys caught me off guard there. Paul, were you second? Who seconded? Okay. Sorry about that. Here we go. Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saucedo.
Yes. Thank you. Our first presentation will be the presentation recognizing Janice McConnell for her years of service and upcoming retirement. I'll lead this off and we'll go around our city council and give everybody an opportunity to say how much we appreciate you. So on behalf of myself, Janice, it's been so nice working with you. You're optimist, professional in every way. When I started here with the city, you were working in personnel, and now that you have raised to the level of assistant city manager, you've really shown how the skills and knowledge and experience you have. You're going to be greatly missed. I know that there's capable people under you that you have been mentoring and have been teaching on the things that happen here in the city, and you're sorely going to be missed. So on behalf of myself, the mayor, we're really going to appreciate you, or we're going to really miss you, but we really appreciate your service to the city, service to our employees, service to this community, and overall, again, just thank you so much for being who you are, and I count you as a friend, so thank you. I'll turn it over to City Manager Charlie Duggan.
Oh, I just want to say, Janice, it's been a joy to work with you. We've spent many, many hours, us and Dan, through COVID, and I cannot say enough about your professionalism, what you've done for the city and all the time you've been here. You'll be greatly missed, and it'll be my saddest day in Redlands when you retire next Tuesday.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll say something. So, Janice, you've worked probably more places in the city than anybody. You have an institutional knowledge of everything, and so you're kind of like the one-stop shop for us when there's a question. Janice knows all, and if not, she certainly knows where to find it and takes the time to give us a great answer. And so. You would just be tremendously missed. Not only your knowledge and your wisdom, but you're just a great person. You're just a fun person to have around, and you'll certainly be missed. But I know that your doggies will benefit from you being around and have a little more time to travel and do the things that really matter. And you just mentioned that you had a little break on the side of your iPad, and I told you don't need it. You're gonna be retired. You get rid of that stuff. So go and enjoy. So we'll miss you.
I guess I'll go next. Janice, we've come to a point where I hate seeing these goodbyes or see you laters. There's been too many of them while I've been on the council, and yours is going to hurt the most, in my opinion. You're a role model to women in this organization as well as men. You were the person that we counted on to keep us together when we didn't have a city manager, and the community owes you a great debt for that. As the Mayor Pro Tem said, your institutional knowledge is something that definitely helped us pull through those times, and was important to keeping everyone, keeping the ship steady. And so for those reasons, I'm going to miss you very much. Thank you so much for all the number of times that we've had private conversations about how difficult this job is, especially when you're sitting in that chair. So thank you again. Appreciate you, and good luck in retirement.
Janice, I echo the sentiments of my colleagues. What a bittersweet time this is. We're so excited for you in the next chapter. And, I have to say, I noticed when we were upstairs, there's a plaque with all of at least the most recent city managers listed of the city of Redlands, and your name is on that plaque. When I started on the council in 2018, it was sort of a turbulent time for transitions in city leadership, and you were there to help steady the ship and be our interim city manager. And we certainly have been through a lot together. And as I was telling you earlier, like, I don't know this city without you. So it's going to be a big change for all of us, and just grateful for your leadership and your kindness and that great big smile. I appreciate always having your warm presence here at City Hall. But again, wishing you the best in the next chapter. Thank you for everything.
Well, I've had the pleasure of serving with you longer than anybody at this dais, 12 years now, and I couldn't do without your help. Again, not only echoing what my colleagues have said, but you were always there, and you know I was never shy about asking questions, but you always had the answer, and if you didn't have it on top of your head, you got it for me. You keep me organized. By the way, she puts this together for me, everybody, so I appreciate it. I'm going to miss that. I hope you have someone to continue that, because it keeps me straight on, so I can make motions and things like that. And last but certainly not least, anybody from Hawaii is okay with me.
Maui no ka'oi.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as long as you don't go to Lahaina anymore. Yeah. Yeah, we have a place in Hawaii, so I appreciate that. But again, going to miss you immensely, especially that smile. And again, on a personal basis, there's going to be a big gap to try to help me in the next, I hope, well, if I get reelected next 4 years, but at least between now and November. And best of luck, and enjoy yourself, and please go back to Hawaii.
Janice,
Count on that.
can you join us down on front? We have a couple of presentations, and then would like for you to say a few words if you can. Thank you. Colleagues, join me down below. Paul, take her flowers. So on behalf of the city and the residents of this fine community, we really want to thank you on your retirement. And again, we wish you best of luck on your future endeavors. There's a trophy for you. Also, we have from the Office of this is a certificate of special recognition presented to Janice McConnell, Assistant City Manager, in honor of recognition of your service as Assistant City Manager. Your exceptional leadership and commitment to the city of Redlands have left a legacy on our community. We thank you for your integrity, vision, and years of dedication to our residents. As you begin this new chapter, may your retirement be filled with joy, fulfillment, and the same sense of purpose that defined your remarkable career. Signed, Congressman Pete Aguilar.
Just the beginning.
And on behalf of our 3rd District Supervisor, Don Rao, she has a certificate for you too. And I'm going to have Scott Ward come on up and be a part of this presentation. He's been here at many of the council meetings and many of the other businesses that have come up. And so can you say a few words from the office of the Don Rao?
Yes, but not nearly as many as from the office of Congressman Aguilar, because wow, somebody was getting paid by the word, I think. But Janice, we just want to thank you very much for the service that you have provided to the citizens of Redlands. You have really set a great tone, and whoever comes next is they can look at you as kind of a role model. But I do have to point out the timing is not great. How is Charlie supposed to enjoy the rest of the games in the World Cup while he's missing you so much? But Janice, on behalf of Supervisor Rao and everybody at San Bernardino County, thank you for your years of service and enjoy your retirement.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Just get in here. Okay. Can I have the directors come on up and our assistant city manager? All staff, come on up.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, yeah.
Can I hug you?
Trying to not cry.
We'll let you talk at the end so that the tears don't affect the pictures.
Yeah.
Okay?
Two rows. Come on in.
I've already been
Yeah, you're probably in the front with Eddie. Yeah, right.
Bye, hi. Come on up. Step up. Let's get some people behind you. Good. Fill in. Fill in the back. Fill in the back.
Come on, Shawn.
All right. In the back. Can you get us all?
Come on, you guys go.
Okay. I'm with. Yeah. Is that okay? Good, yeah. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Someone blinked.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, this is reality. That retirement is right around the corner. But thank you so much for all of your kind words. It means so much to me. I'm going to try not to cry. Yes, happy tears. I just had such an amazing career here at the city. I'm so appreciative of the relationships that have been built, appreciative of all the support from the council. Sorry. But it's definitely a bittersweet. I'm going to miss everyone here. Redlands holds a very special place in my heart. And so I'm going to remember everything, that my journey here, everything. It's just, I feel so blessed. So thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm just so emotional.
Okay. Your phone. Okay. No, yeah, she wants to sit down and say it. So,
okay.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and sit down. Thank you so much. So besides our Assistant City Manager Garcia would like to say a few words. Anybody else would like to say something too? We'll take that at that after her. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and just for the opportunity to acknowledge the impact that Janice McConnell has had on my life personally. Janice has been a steady source of leadership and guidance and also mentorship, and I am immensely grateful for that. She's, like the council members have acknowledged, she has led us through some choppy waters, and I can't tell you how wonderful it was to have somebody who had a steady hand steering the ship while there was so much uncertainty going on. And so I'm immensely grateful for that. I'm immensely grateful for everything you've taught me, Janice. You're an incredible leader, mentor, and friend to me. And I appreciate every day we've got to work together. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I wish you the best in retirement.
Thank you.
So we hear the same thing over and over again. But saying my entire career, Janice has been here my entire career, and through my different ranks and my different positions in here, has been a steadfast person that have guided me. There's some special phone calls that we've shared in our careers together, working through many things that are totally off your radar until you're into leadership positions. And Janice has held true to those things her entire career. So I appreciate you, your extra time that you spent with me on occasions, and that's been brought up, the steadfast during legitimate leadership changes here, and really stepped up into a role that was during a very challenging time.
Yes.
And we appreciate that. So congratulations, Janice. Enjoy the next journey and have a cool summer.
Yes.
Wow, Janice. I don't know. I echo all the words that have been said. I feel so fortunate. I think about working as an intern with you at the city manager's office. I've learned so much from you, and I've really appreciated your mentorship, your leadership. I'm really going to miss you, especially over these last 3.5 years. You've just helped to guide and provide immense leadership to me. Yeah, but I'm really, really excited for you, and I hope that you share all the successes with your dogs. I'll be excited to hear about that and your travel. Exactly, I'll be cheering for sure. So I'm wishing you all the best. We're really going to miss you.
Thank you.
Hopefully I don't cry. But Janice, thank you so much. I've worked with Janice the last 19 years that I've been here. And she's always been my go-to person when I was stuck. And I could call Janice and give her a call and figure things out. And I'm going to miss that. And thank you for all of those phone calls and your leadership and everything else that everybody has said. You definitely deserve this retirement, and I wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Janice, I just want to thank you for your grace and your collaboration. Coming in as city attorney after Dan was challenging, and you really helped me make the transition. So I thank you. I wish you the very best in retirement, and that next chapter, go get them.
Hi, Janice. I just want to say, let's cut to the chase. Now there's even more reason to go to Tennessee because Cheryl was there, and now you're going to be there. So I'll see you soon.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for those wonderful words of appreciation for our Assistant City Manager, Janice McConnell. Our next presentation is a proclamation for Parks and Recreation Month. Dave Jaffe, and I saw Doug Gonzalez come on up, the chair of the Parks and Rec Commission. No. So Dave is the supervisor for the recreation and is supervisors both the senior centers and all the park facilities, all the events that happen throughout the community at all the different parks, all the different events downtown. He's done an amazing job, and we certainly want to recognize him and also the Parks and Recs Commission, who work closely with Dave and his staff to put on all the wonderful events that we have here in the city of Redlands that really support our community in many ways in health and wellness, open spaces, activities for the kids, seniors, and everybody else and in between. So we really want to acknowledge your service. This is a proclamation for Parks and Recs Month, and I'll just read a couple of the paragraphs in here. Parks and Recreation Services build healthy and active communities that aid in the prevention of chronic disease, provide therapeutic recreation services for individuals with mental and physical disabilities, and improve the mental health and emotional of residents. Parks and Rec services are vital for our community, from protecting our open spaces and natural resources to help fighting obesity and providing activities and resources for all walks of life. The U.S. House of Representatives passed an official resolution designating July as Parks and Rec Month. Now, therefore, let it be resolved that the City Council of the City of Redlands does hereby proclaim July 2026 as Parks and Rec Month in the City of Redlands and encourages residents, businesses, and institutions to participate, utilize the parks and recreation facilities and programs offered within the City of Redlands to benefit the residents and visitors of our community as a whole. Congratulations, Dave. This goes for you and the Parks Commission. And if I could have Tabitha come on down for the supervisor of the Facilities and Community Services, one of the departments that falls under this department. And so, would you like to say a few words? Sure. All right. Good.
Well, on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Divisions, unfortunately my colleague Shawn is off this week and wasn't able to be over here, but just appreciate the council's support and appreciate the council's acknowledgement of the importance that parks and recreation play in the lives, in our city here in Redlands and how it benefits, so many people, our residents and neighboring communities. Parks and recs truly do make life so much better.
Thank you, David. I've always said parks and recreation are the heartbeat of a community. They serve so many purposes that are vital to a thriving, healthy community. We can't do it without the City of Redlands, city staff, in particular, Dave and his team, and obviously the City Council, who's been just a tremendous help in everything we do and everything we oversee. So we can't thank you enough, and we look forward to continuing to grow as a Parks and Rec Commission and as a city together. So again, thank you guys so much.
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, our final presentation is for the Highest Praise Apostolic Church celebrating their 40th anniversary. Unfortunately, Pastor Tim Arroyo couldn't be here. He's on travels. He did send his father, Bishop Lupe Arroyo, and his other assistant pastor, Gabriel Gonzalez, to accept this proclamation. So the Apostolic Assembly of the Faith in Jesus Christ established the Highest Praise Apostolic Church on June 11th, 1986. The congregation has remained steadfast in proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ and serving the community of Redlands and its surrounding cities with faith and compassion. Highest Praise Apostolic Church actively supports the community through prayer, outreach programs, family assistance, marriage counseling, youth and children's programs, and volunteer efforts, and participating in partnerships that bring hope and practical help to those in need. So if you come on up to accept this proclamation. So Pastor Tim this is his dad, Brother Lupe Arroyo, and as I mentioned, Assistant Pastor Gabriel Gonzalez. They celebrated their anniversary last Saturday. I was there on behalf representing the city to acknowledge their contributions to the city of Redlands. And if you want to say a few words before. Okay.
First of all, Janice, I don't know you, but you sound like an amazing woman. Thank you for your contribution to the city of Redlands and to the city council. Having said that, I'm very honored to be here today to receive this certificate honoring the work that God allowed to be placed into my hands 40 years ago. And now I'm standing here today as a testament that God is good, that He has allowed us to see many young people come through our doors, middle-aged people, people of all ages, who we were able to reach through the gospel of Jesus Christ. And with the help of the Lord, we're going to continue to propagate the gospel, help people in this city in every way we can, not only spiritually, but physically, in every way possible that we can to help this city that I love. By the way, I was born and raised here in Redlands, and you wouldn't want to know me when I was a young person. Mario can testify of that. That's why I had the burden that I had when the Lord touched my life and saved me back in 1970. So that's telling you I graduated here in Redlands, and I was able to see many things happen and transpire through the years. And so I'm grateful to be here. Though I'm retired, I'm not retired from the Lord's business. And I'm Moses right now, but I'm going to let you pass this to Aaron, who will fill you in a little bit more.
All right. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, everybody, for allowing us to be here in the council for this great honor and recognition. And as our founder said, we just have a heart for the city. And so our prayer and desire is that our church continues to serve in this community for another 40 years, however we can. And if we can be of service, I remember praying on those steps during COVID some years ago over this city, and we just know that God has great things in store for all of the faith community of Redlands. So thank you. It's an honor to be here, and we look forward to the next 40 years. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Let's have one picture. Okay, thank you for all your patience and attention to our presentations. We now move on to our public comment portion of our agenda. First public comment I have is Kevin Sartan.
Mayor, let me interrupt 1 second, Kevin. My timer is not working, so I'm going to use my cell phone so that you won't see any lights up there. So I just want.
Okay. So the process is there's 3 lights. You have 3 minutes to speak.
Okay.
And so she'll give you a warning, or at 3 minutes you'll done and wrap up your comments.
All right.
Okay?
I will go as fast as possible.
Okay. Thank you so
Never
much.
done it before, but thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, staff. Thank you guys so much. My name's Kevin Sartan. I recently purchased a property from the city. I'm here tonight because there has been a lot said about me and my family and my plans for that property. I simply wanted to take a few minutes to share my perspective. Just to let you know, I've been in this town for a long time. I bought my first home here over 20 years ago. My kids go to school here. I went to university here. This city is important to me. I've had an interest in agriculture, and I currently still have a small honeybee business and a small citrus grove. More than a year before I purchased this property, I contacted the city because I wanted to use it for ag purposes as part of a nursery business. I explained my plans before I ever purchased the property because I wanted to make sure that I was doing things the right way. The process to buy the property took more than a year. I contacted the city in early 2025 to inquire how I could buy the property. The city listed it for sale multiple times to the state and ultimately purchased it for a fair price. Some people have suggested that I bought it for less than it's worth, but that's simply not true. Residential uses are not allowed on this property, only agriculture, which is much different than ag land in and around the area. After purchasing the property, I started preparing it for agricultural use by clearing rocks, weeds from the site, and placing base gravel rock for access. These things are not uncommon improvements on agricultural property. During that work, I communicated with city staff and understood I was moving in the right direction. As concerns began to raise from other neighbors, I was asked to stop work and issued a stop work order from the city. Even though I didn't fully understand or agree with it, I stopped immediately and met with city staff. I was told plans would be needed, and I began looking for ways and ideas on how to prepare them. Then less than 2 weeks later, someone illegally dumped debris on my property. Before I had the opportunity to clean it up, I was informed that citations would be issued. Shortly afterward, a lien was recorded against the property. From my perspective, everything seemed to escalate very quickly after the neighbors complained, especially because I believed I'd been trying to cooperate through the process. At the same time, my family became the focus of a lot of attention on social media. Seeing our names discussed publicly, having assumptions made about our intentions, and even having our real estate agent contacted by our neighbors after we decided to sell the property has been incredibly difficult. We made the decision to sell because we didn't want to continue the conflict. We simply want to move on. I'm not here tonight to criticize anyone. I know city staff has a difficult job. I respect that. I simply hope you'll consider my perspective as well. From the beginning, I've tried to be honest about my plans. I've tried to cooperate when concerns were raised, and I tried to work through the process. Now that we've made the decision to sell the property and move on, I'd like the opportunity to sit down with the city manager and talk about recent actions that have been taken and how we can bring this matter to a fair and respectful conclusion. Thank you for your time and listening, and thank you guys all. I know it's every other Tuesday. Sometimes it's not fun, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. Not yet. Okay, I will respond. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have item I-8 pulled for discussion. I'll turn it over to Assistant City Manager McConnell. Oh, I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. I have a couple more public speakers. Anna Chen.
Thank you for the opportunity for speak out. I live in Redlands almost 23 years. Like the person, I do purchase the land, the vacant land. But I got in trouble because I always get in trouble, harassment from the cross-street neighbor. They are parking illegal, trespassing and dumping and harass me and taking picture and shot the video from me. I know where we're living. And I try to clean up my land, the grass. The fire department give me the citation. But finally I find out they parking their junk car inside my property. So I'm so scared I even cannot face them, because always when I go there and their whole people come to me and face me and shot me video and yelling, and their kids was crazy and racing the car in my land. And suddenly I called police several times. They tell me that's a personal property, you cannot do anything. So now I'm scared to taking the picture or post something to their windshield, because 24-hour or something towing car can be tore the car out. But I'm scared by myself to post anything note to the windshield. And I hire people, constructor, go there, and they tell me they don't work for me because the cross-street neighbor was too tough. So I come here just let you know I'm not crying, but I very, very need the help. I hire surveyor to take a corner, and they take out all the mark. So now I don't know where my property line is, even though I try to put the K-rail to block my property line to protect my land, but city say no. So when I put the material to build a fence, they take it out, everything, no trespassing, nothing. And I have nothing to do about how can I face those people. I come here, maybe my English is not very well, but I try to do my best and not crying, not scaring, just let you know I'm facing those hard times. Even though now I cannot drive to there to see my land or stay 1 minute, I'm so scared. And how can I do to let that out? So I need to build a fence, or either I cannot put the K-rail, or I need to tell them, please. That's what I come in tonight. I know only 3 minutes, but I think, please help, do something else. Because police say, I'm the owner. Nobody can help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you. I see that you
Thank
checked
you.
the box for somebody to follow up with you. So we'll have somebody from our staff follow up with you and
Yeah.
make sure that we listen to.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Gail, Howard, did you want public comment or did you want to speak on something? Public comment? Well, okay. Yeah, public comment.
Mayor, the timer should be working now. Cam got it.
When I'm up here, it's going to work.
Waited for you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight to speak about the raise for our police department. I spoke to Dave Fish already, and he said that you guys agreed with something. But it's so important that we keep our police officers here in the city. I do know for a fact, after my son was shot, we lost a lot of detectives because it was so horrific. And it messed with their head. And so even Bob at Courtner's said they were in there, grown men crying like a baby. And I just want to make sure we keep all of our officers, because I'm probably Redlands police officer #1 supporter. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you guys, for the police department, because you guys have been there for me at my time of need. And I just don't want to lose them to any other city because we're not paying them enough. Take my money, something. But no, I just want to keep all of our officers because it's so important. And you don't realize how important an officer is until you need them. And then when you need them, you hope that they're there for you. And this whole city backed me up when my son was shot, backed me and my family. And I appreciate that so much. But I do know, I think it's 97% of our homicides have been solved here. Sherry Gilkey and Adrian at Community Field, the only two that I think that were not solved. And that's darn good. I mean, I wish we didn't have homicides, but that right there is pretty good. And I'm just reaching out and making sure, let's not mess with our officers' funding because they're our protection. They don't want to look out for us. When something happens, an emergency, do you call grandma or do you call the police? You know, grandma can't save you for someone breaking in your home. So just make sure that we keep our officers at equal pay, at least with the other different communities, because I don't want to lose an officer. I really don't. And I want to thank you guys for listening for me tonight. I mean, I really don't feel well, but I made sure I came here tonight. And also keep me in prayer. I'm having surgery tomorrow. But yes, just make sure that you guys don't forget that. I appreciate it. Thank you. See, and I made it within 3 minutes. Thank you.
Next public comment is Robin Lienfeld.
Yeah, we're going to blow through that so fast. Okay. Don't worry.
All right.
Thank you for having me again here today. I was here last Tuesday and you guys weren't. Somehow I got off your schedule. So I found something new. So I'm going to just a couple points about the papers that you have, if we could go through quickly, because I know this could slow me down. The Boys and Girls Club is having a hiring event this Saturday. They have planned, if you look at the second page like this, you can see that hiring event, I drew a line along the side. It's for Riverside, San Bernardino, Redlands, Victorville, Rialto, Upland. They're going to bring all these people to a hiring event this Saturday. Where are they going to park? They already bring 45 people every day to, that's not parents, that's employees, every day to our neighborhood. They should be doing this at their administrative offices. They've had other events over there that you guys don't know about either. We come home and they're double parking and they're staying there for the whole event, come home at 4:30 one day, they're there till after 6 when they were dedicating their new 3D lab or their whatever they got going on over there. They need to pick a couple things to do over there because it's a small facility and there has been no increase in the infrastructure. If you look at this little table that I made over here, I keep hearing the lie about, oh, it's the pickleballers causing the problems. So I spent a month and I counted 3 times a day, pickleballers versus how many cars were there? And you'll see that it highlighted over here, it says the difference, and you'll see that it's 33 cars, 45 cars regularly, till you get to about halfway. And then there's 74 cars, no pickleball players. 75 cars, no pickleball players. 63, 80 cars, no pickleball players. 66, oh, we're giving away food over there. Nothing happens at that facility. If it doesn't happen inside, it happens on the street. How come we live in this neighborhood and we don't even know? During COVID, I saw the cars that were getting food. They were all high-end cars. There were like 3 or 6 cars, because what was there to do but to walk the neighborhood? And they were stuffing the trunks with food. That wasn't going to poor people in North San Bernardino. They were incorporating all these little clubhouses into under this umbrella, like a corporate umbrella. They give them 3 years to either perform to a certain level, and then either they have to comply with what they want or they lose their charter. You saw the stuff that, I hope that you saw it anyway, about the income. If you look at the next few pictures, you'll just see some of what I woke up to for the summer program. So the first picture is 3 buses and the trash can there at the same time. This was at 12 noon. Parents were dropping off their kids at the facility. If you look at the next one, this is the 23rd at 8:30. So they have buses here. They have people dropping off cars. People are making U-turns at the opening of Clay and Ligonia and on the other side where the houses are, because they can't turn around. They can't get anywhere because the buses are there and the buses stay there for an hour whenever they come. Whether they're dropping kids off, they stay for an hour. Whether they're picking them up in the morning, there's school parking lots right on the other side of Washington. They can park and wait and idle or whatever over there. They can even load those kids up over there. They could pass their food out. They have a new 3-year, $11 million contract with the school district to feed the kids. That doesn't need to happen at our facility. Anyway, this is just the 18-wheeler that was parked there. You'll have to tear up the street if they have 18-wheelers there because the pipes are really close. I'm done. But that was my main points. Please stop this hiring fair that I just discovered yesterday. Don't do that to us on Saturday. Bring all those people over, please. Thank you.
We're going to our consent calendar. As I mentioned, we're pulling for discussion. I don't, thank you. Nobody on Zoom, thank you. Pulling item I-8 for the third time. Assistant City Manager McConnell.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council. The salary resolution before you incorporates the new salary ranges in support of the agreements reached with the city's bargaining units. Those bargaining units are listed in the staff report before you. After posting of the agenda, we did determine that the range table for the mid-management unit, Ramey, was incorrect. It did not have all of the pages included. So I did want to point out that we have since corrected it. A copy of that range table is before you on your dais. We've also updated the city's website, and a copy is available in the agenda book in their council chambers for a public review, and the city clerk has a copy. That concludes my staff report.
Are there any questions for the Assistant City Manager? I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody on Zoom.
If there's no speakers and no one else wants to speak on this item, I move to adopt resolution number 8813, establishing a salary schedule and compensation plan for city employees and rescinding resolution number 8799.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. The other item that we're pulling off a consent calendar is item I-16, Facilities and Community Services Director Crocker. Do you want to make an announcement?
Yeah, I just want to announce that I'm going to recuse myself from voting on this item as I own property within 500 feet of the Grove School.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council.
I'm sorry. If you could step outside, you have to leave because we pulled it. When there's a conflict of interest, but it's an item on the consent calendar, if the item is not pulled,
Okay.
then you can stay at the dais and announce your conflict and vote on the balance. Otherwise, if it's pulled, you follow the regular conflict rules.
Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. This item is an amendment to the existing lease agreement with the Grove School. The existing lease approved in 2001 expires today, July 7th, 2026, and this amendment will extend the lease to the end of this calendar year. This item is being pulled to correct the signature page on the agreement, which is on page 3. Under the Grove School signature, the name is Dr. Michelle Sweezy. Title is Head of School. Dr. Sweezy no longer works at Grove School, but the individual authorized to sign this the title is the Chair of the Board, and the name is Ryan Shaverin. Did I say that right? Shaverin. And so I wanted to make that correction.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for staff? I have one speaker slip, Mr. J. Munoz.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Jay Munoz, I'm the treasurer on the board of directors at the Grove School. Also a member of Redlands and Kiwanis. I need to say that, otherwise they'll fine me. Yeah, before you is a lease extension for less than 6 months, no fiscal impact, and it has been executed by our board through our board president, and that's what you have before you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll move to approve the First Amendment to the lease agreement with Grove School.
Second.
Second, Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. Now we need to vote on the whole consent calendar.
The balance, yes, the, other
Move
than the
approval
ones
of
you've
the
moved.
balance of the calendar.
Hold on just a second. No,
Second.
She's got to come in. Hold on.
Councilmember Davis, come on in.
We're just getting ahead of ourselves. All right, so now I'll move approval of the balance of the calendar.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. Motion passes. Moving on to our J, public hearings. This is a public hearing to consider Resolution 8800, 8801, and determine that the adoption of resolutions number 8800, 8801 are not subject to environmental review pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the California Environmental Quality Act, and that resolution number 8800, calling a special election on the question of levying special taxes within territory to be annexed into the Community Facilities District Number 2004-1, and Resolution Number 8801, declaring results of the special election of the Annexation Number 31 to the Community Facilities District Number 2004-1, Developmental Services Riley. This is a public hearing. I now open the public hearing.
Thank you, Mayor. Members of the council, Mr. Don Young, One Stop Permit Center Manager, will give a brief presentation on this item.
Mayor, council members, this is in regards to annexation number 31, which is for a property being developed by Tri-Point Homes. It's tract number 20520. The property is located at the north end of Texas on the east side of the street. June 2nd, set the date for this public hearing, and the steps for the public hearing are in your court. I have any question. I can answer any questions about the project if you'd like.
I don't see any questions. Thank you. The city clerk asks the city clerk if notices of hearing has been published and mailed as required by law.
Yes, the notice of hearing was mailed.
Okay, and also a call for a report from the Development Services with regard to the annual levy of special taxes within the annexation territory to pay cost of maintenance of streets, trees within the street right away adjacent to tract map 20520 and any other public services authorized by the act. So has that been done? Okay. I'll ask anyone wishing to file a protest or speak regarding the proposed annexation. Is there anybody in the audience or online that would like to speak to the item? If not, I ask the city clerk if she agrees to hold the special election within the annexing territory on July 7th, 2026.
Yes, I agree.
I now close the public hearing. I'll ask for a motion to adopt resolution number 8800.
I make a motion, we adopt resolution number 8800.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. I'll now ask the city clerk to conduct a special election and announce the results and canvass of votes cast.
Thank you. As the election official, I declare I have canvassed the ballots returned and determined that the total vote count was 12 yes votes to 0 no votes in favor of levying the tax.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion to adopt resolution number 8801.
Make a motion to adopt resolution 8801.
Second.
Motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. Item J2, public hearing to consider resolution number 8805, 8806, and determine that the adoption resolution number 8805, 8806 are not subject to an environmental review pursuant to section 15061B3 of the California Environmental Quality Act, and that resolution number 8805, calling a special election on the question of levying levying special taxes within the territory to be annexed to the Community Facilities District number 20041-1 and Resolution number 8806, declaring the results of the special election and annexation number 32 to the Community Facilities District number 2004-1. Development Services Director Riley, this is a public hearing. I now open the public hearing.
Thank you again, Mayor. Once again, Mr. Don Young.
Mayor, council members, this is in regards to annexation number 32 for Community Facilities District 2004-1, tract 20755, being developed by Belleville Park Properties. The land in question is at the northeast corner of Eureka Street and Stewart Avenue. May 19th was the meeting where you approved having the public hearing for tonight. This purpose of joining the district, I'm adding more words this time, is for street tree maintenance, just as the last one was. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you. Madam City Clerk, I'll ask the City Clerk if notices of the hearing have been published and mailed as required by law.
Yes, published and mailed, yes.
Thank you. I call for a report from the Development Services Department with regard to the annual levy of special taxes within the annexing territory to pay cost of maintenance of street trees within the street right-of-way adjacent to tract map number 20755 and any other public services authorized by the Act.
Yes.
Is there anyone wishing to file a protest or speak regarding the proposed annexation? Is there anybody in the audience or online that would like to speak to this item? Hearing none, seeing none, I'll ask the City Clerk if she agrees to hold a special election within the annexing territory on July 7th, 2026.
Yes.
I now close the public hearing. Call for a motion to adopt resolution number 8805.
Make a motion to adopt resolution 8805.
I have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. I ask the City Clerk to conduct a special election and announce the results of the canvass of votes cast.
Thank you. As the election official, I declare I have canvassed the ballots returned and determined that the total vote count was 3 yes votes to 0 no votes in favor of levying the tax.
I'll now call for a motion to adopt resolution number 8806.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes, we've pulled, we're removing item J3. And we're going on to item J4. This is a public hearing to consider resolution number 8810, Delinquent Municipal Services Account Report. Resolution number 8810 will approve the Delinquent Municipal Services Account Report and submittal of the report to the Auditor of the San Bernardino County of Lien Processing, Interim Assistant City Manager Garland is not here today.
So, Mayor and Council, I am happy to report that I'll be providing the report in place of Interim Director Garland, who on Friday welcomed his second baby into the world.
Oh, okay. I now declare this a public hearing and ask for the Department Director for a report.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This resolution 8810 is for the approval of the list of delinquent accounts, and it's reporting to the Auditor-Controller. It will place special assessments on the 2026-2027 tax roll. These are accounts with no water service from the city. Included in the staff report, which was printed last week, there was a list of 29 delinquent accounts owing roughly $12,953. I'm pleased to report that in the time between the agenda's print date and today, 11 accounts have paid their delinquent amounts totaling roughly $2,067. So as of today, there are still 18 accounts owing roughly $10,886. Customers still have until August 3rd for the city to receive their payments before these delinquent accounts are then placed on the county's tax roll. Approval of this resolution will provide authorization to the county to add these assessments to the tax roll should the account holders not comply with the request for payment. And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from the council?
Yes, I'm assuming everyone knows they're being notified. Has everybody replied in some way, like, no, we're not paying, or other things might be a little stronger?
We have not received responses from all of the remaining 18 accounts, but we continue to make attempts. The last attempt was a letter that was sent in the month of, I believe, the end of the month of June. But we continue to try.
I hope they pay. We don't have to go through that, but anyway, thank you.
Anyone else? I'll call for any comments or questions or testimony from members of the public. You have 3 minutes. I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody in the audience. I don't see anybody on Zoom. Madam City Clerk, calls on the City Clerk to note any written, are there been any written comments received?
There were no written comments received.
I now close the public hearing. What's the wish of the council?
Move to adopt resolution number 8810.
Second.
Motion and a second.
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Thank you.
You got to vote.
Oh, yes. Item J5, public hearing to consider Resolution 8808, Delinquent Administrative Citations and Fine Report. Resolution number 8808 will approve delinquent administration citation fine report on submittal to the Auditor-Controller of the San Bernardino County for processing. Committee and Services Director Crocker.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. This is the city's annual delinquent administration citation fine report. These are for the unpaid City of Redlands citation fines for code and animal services. This year, there were 32 unpaid citations representing an outstanding balance of about $20,000. Property owners have until August 3rd to pay their fines before recording of the liens. Staff is recommending that the City Council adopt resolution number 8808, approving the fine report and authorizing the filing of notices of lien with the county auditor.
Thank you. I declare this a public hearing, and we've already heard from the Director's report. Okay. Are there any questions or comments from members of the City Council? Hearing none, seeing none. Are there any comments or questions or testimony from members of the public? I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody in the audience. I don't see anybody on Zoom. Madam City Clerk, was any written notice or comments received?
There were no written comments.
I now close the public hearing. What's the wish of the council?
Adopt resolution 8808.
Second.
Motion is second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. Item J6, public hearing to receive, protest, and introduce ordinance number 3003 and ordinance number 3004, amending chapters 3.52 and 3.62 of the Redlands Municipal Code relating to water utility and wastewater utility rate adjustments. Municipal and Utilities Director Heredia, I now declare this a public hearing.
Good evening, Mayor and council members, staff, and the public. I will give a brief presentation of the for this item. I need to pull it. I'm not sure where it is. Should come up, right? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, thanks. There we go. Okay, so as you may know, we started this process earlier on this year with the appointment of the Utilities Advisory Committee in January. And then during the months of March, the UAC and as well as operational staff met several times with the rate study consultant, Raftelis. And on April 6th, the proposed rate increases was presented to the MUPWC. After that meeting, a special meeting was scheduled with them where John James, chair of the UAC, presented with detail the proposed rate increases. And on April 21st, the UAC recommended the proposed rate increases to the City Council, which was approved, and The public hearing for tonight was set.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to continue really fast, just to review what was discussed. This is, I think, one of the main points is that the financial analysis was completed to maintain a safe, reliable system, provide excellent service to the residents. So we looked at all these areas that you see listed here: O&M costs, or capital improvement projects, revenue projections with at the current rates and future rates. We looked at reserve balances, target reserve balances, any required adjustments to the revenue, and of course to keep our high rating. And these were the recommendations. So for the wastewater, a 7% per year for the next 2.5 years. And that includes the issuance of the $45 million bond for the wastewater treatment plant improvements. And we will continue to retain our target levels in reserves. For potable water, the recommendation is 2.5% a year for the next 2.5 years. And again, there's a debt or a bond for the Sunset Reservoir for $26 million. And there are no changes for the non-potable water. And this is just a table showing the proposed single-family customer bills that for the proposed increases for the next 2.5 years. So beginning January 2027, the current water bill for a customer with a 3/4-inch meter and using 40 cubic feet of or 40 CCF, the increase is $6.64. For the wastewater is $5.50 for a total of $12.14. For starting July 2027, the increase for the water bill is $10.98. It's the same for the wastewater, and for a total of $21.96. And for July 2028, then and these are differences starting with what what the current water bill is. There would be an increase of $15.35, $16.84, for a total of $32.19. And these are just the list of all the water capital projects in process and in the future, totaling. I have that numbers. About $49 million in water-related projects. In wastewater capital projects, we also have a total of about $39 million. 39 million of more than that, but approximately 39 million. And the list is there, but obviously the main one is the wastewater treatment plant facility improvements. And I just have an example of some photos of that. You can see there's really a big need to make those improvements. And lastly, this is my last slide. This is what a single-family customer would see in their rates, in their monthly rates. So they get billed, what I showed earlier was bi-monthly. This is based on a monthly basis. So the increase for water would be $332 for starting January 2027. For wastewater, $275 for a total of an increase of $6.07. And for July 2027, for water, $549, wastewater the same, so for a total of $1098. And for starting July 2028, $768 for water, $842 for wastewater, for a total of $1610. And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Very detailed report, and we saw this report from the chairman of the Utility and Advisory Committee. I want to thank them for their hard work and for them being able to come up with these rates that will help address some of the deficiencies in our infrastructure and upgrade so that we can continue providing high-quality service not only to the infrastructure but deliver high-quality water and wastewater treatment to our citizens. So thank you for that. Are there any other questions from the council? Not. Are there any comments or questions or testimony from the members of the public? I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody else on Zoom. Madam City Clerk, did we receive any written comments?
Yes, there were 20,562 properties that received the Prop 218 notice that provided the directions how they could submit a formal protest. The clerk's office received 20 written protests that included, up until this moment now, declaring their opposition to the proposed water and wastewater rate increases. That is not a sufficient number to meet the 50% plus one threshold in order to stop the implementation of the increases.
Okay, thank you. I now close the public hearing. What's the wish of the council?
I move to introduce ordinance number 3003 and ordinance number 3004.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw. Yes. Mayor Saavedra.
Yes, thank you. Moving on to new business item K1. This is a consideration of a resolution number 8811 to rename a segment of 9th Street in honor of Pastor Anthony W. Green. This is my item. I'm presenting it for discussion and consideration to the council. This item was brought forth to the City Council for discussion possible action regarding the renaming of the northerly part segment of 9th Street to Pastor Green Street. The segment of the street to be renamed is between High Avenue to the north and to the railroad right-of-way to the south. I initiated this street naming in honor of the late Anthony W. Green, a local pastor. The California Government Code number section 34091.1 authorizes local legislative bodies to rename public streets by resolution. Furthermore, the City Council's resolution number 7711 and adopted in 2017 establishes local procedures for renaming of public facilities, including streets with the city. Attachment B, resolution number 7711 allows facilities to be named for a person who has made significant contributions to the Redlands community, provided such a person has been deceased for at least 3 years, unless waived by the City Council. A brief biography and summary of Green's contributions to the Redlands community have been submitted by the mayor and are included in the draft proposal resolution attachment C. Furthermore, since Pastor Green passed away in February of this year, the draft resolution also proposes to waive the 3-year limit on the street renaming as required by the City Council Resolution number 7711. Upon review, the Post Office advised that it has no concerns with proposed street name. There appear to be no residents or businesses on the affected street segment with a 9th Street number. Therefore, readdressing does not appear to be necessary. Staff has not identified any potential conflicts or duplicates of existing street names that might cause confusion or interfere with emergency response services. On July 3rd, 2026, the department conducted a public outreach by mailing a notice of the proposed street naming to interested parties, including owners of property within the frontage along the affected segment of the street, to invite feedback on the proposal. As of the date of this writing of this report, no communication from the public has been received. I'll just read a little portion of the biography that was already included in your staff report, just to read it into the record. Pastor Anthony Green, with his faithful leadership, was a member of the Redlands Human Relations Commission, Cops and Clergy member, a co-chair of Unity in the Community, and Israelville Park Dedication Committee. Pioneering of Redlands Juneteenth celebration and midnight hoops in collaboration with the Redlands PD for almost 30 years, providing programs for at-risk youth, highlighting his long-standing dedication to the city. During his time serving as pastor and chaplain police chaplain, Pastor Green often called to help de-escalate racial tensions on school campuses and help counsel youth and adults to involved with gang life. His faithful volunteer work with the Redlands Police Department as police chaplain spans 6 police chiefs and years of rehabilitation work advocating for cops of color in Redlands. as a history maker in the city of Redlands, protecting the rights of African American people of color, Pastor Green helped build the future mentoring of people of all backgrounds through the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. History Camp. And in the past 10 years, he's taught young people how to build bridges across communities to inspire and hope for a better future. So I'm putting this before my colleagues to support the renaming of a portion of 9th Street for Pastor Anthony Green. And in the audience, we have members of his church and his wife, Bishop Jackie Green, has been very involved. Their church has been very involved in the community at all levels with youth, seniors, and just a whole number of things. So we thank you for attending today's action. Any?
With pleasure, I move to approve resolution number 8811.
And before I second, I'd like to say this is an appropriate way to honor the pastor and all the work that he did in this community. So with great honor, I would like to, as soon as you make a comment.
Yeah, I just want to echo that. Thank you so much, Mayor, for putting this forward. It's a beautiful and well-deserved recognition. And thank you all for being here.
Mayor, we don't have any public comment on this.
I don't have any. Let's see. It says I do. I just received one. Gail Howard. Thank you.
Well, hello again. Pastor Anthony Green is my pastor also. And he was there in a time of need for us. When our boys were shot, he came to us. He was the clergy for the police department at the time. And he extended an olive branch out to us to make it easy for us, you know. And knowing that, he would be, I have a brain condition where I'm always in the hospital. And even though he had to suit up and everything to come see me, he still did it. And he wasn't my pastor at the time, but he always made time for me and my family. And why can't we name the entire street? Why only a portion? That's what I want to know. And then also, Condoleezza Rice was also on the football playoff committee. Yes, and so why can't we name the entire street? I'm curious.
Well, because it affects the businesses over there, and they'd have to change their business names and whatnot. So it's appropriate that we be able to name us without conflict a portion of that street that fronts or their easterly side of their church.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to know.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey, I was fighting for that.
Okay, we have one motion, or a motion.
Yeah, if there's no other public comment, I'd like to.
I don't see anybody on Zoom, so.
Yeah. We'll move to approve resolution 8811.
So there was already a motion, we just need a second.
Second.
Okay, second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes, thank you. Motion passes. Thank you for attending. Under new business, item K2, consideration of memorandum of understanding between the City of Redlands and the Redlands Association of Department Directors, Redlands Association of Mid-Manager Employees, Redlands Association of Safety Management Employees, and Redlands Association of Fire Management Employees, and the Redlands Civilian Safety Employees Association, Assistant City Manager McConnell.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council. As the council is aware, the city's negotiating team has met with the bargaining units that you had just mentioned. And this was for their successor MOU for the 3-year period beginning July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 29. The city and the bargaining units have reached agreement, and the MOUs have been prepared for the council's consideration this evening. In a brief overview for the mid-management unit, which is RAME, R-A-M-M-E, and the civilian safety unit, RISA, unit members will receive a 4% salary increase for the first year of the contract and 3% salary increases in both years 2 and 3. For the police management unit, RASME, and the fire management unit, RAFME, unit members will receive a 7% salary increase for the first year of the contract and 3% salary increases in both years 2 and 3. Other changes for these 4 bargaining units include the addition of 3 new steps, steps 5, 6, and 7. All of these are at 2.5% each, and these will be added to the top of the ranges for these units. Other items negotiated included modest increases to bilingual pay and medical contributions and incentive pays. With respect to the Redlands Association of Department Directors, I'm providing the following report in accordance with the Brown Act for local agency executives. The term of their MOU will be for 3 years, beginning July 1st, 2026 through June 30, 2029. Unit members will receive a 4% salary increase for the first year of the contract and 3% increases for both years 2 and 3. Tuition reimbursement for conference and training purposes will increase from $1,000 to $2,000 per fiscal year. The Director of Municipal Utilities and Engineering position has been changed to receive a $500 monthly auto allowance rather than a city vehicle. Unit employees who opt out of vision benefits will receive an annual stipend of $350 for vision expenses. Annual leave accrual will increase from 430 hours to 440 hours with a maximum leave bank of 1,000 hours. The fire and police chiefs are offered a public safety specific employee assistance program. This is in lieu of the general employees assistance program that is currently offered to them. Paid bereavement leave has been increased from 2 working days to 4 working days. And all other terms of the MOU remain unchanged for the department directors. That concludes my staff report, and happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for the Assistant City Manager? Short timer? I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody on Zoom.
I'll move to approve the memorandum of understanding between the City of Redlands and the Redlands Association of Department Directors, Redlands Association of Mid-Management Employees, the Redlands Association of Safety Management Employees, Redlands Association of Fire Management Employees, and the Redlands Civilian Safety Employees Association.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Cecido.
Yes. Thank you. Moving on to item K3, consideration of resolution number 8797, approving agreements for the Redlands Police Department Safety Hall Project, Phase 2, for the total amount not to exceed $49,742,400 and an additional appropriation in the amount of the same to the City Hall Replacement Fund, and determine that the approval is exempt from environmental review pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the state guidelines implementing the California Environmental Quality Act. Assistant City Manager Garcia. Sounds good, huh?
It does. Thank you very much, Mayor and members of the council. I'd like to introduce Trish Munoz, our management analyst. She'll provide a brief report on this item.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and city staff. Before you today is another exciting item that I'm happy to bring back to you, resolution number 8797. We can officially say that this morning demolition started, so the Kmart building is technically no more. I guess that's a construction term. And this item approves 24 trades that will be added to the 2 that we previously approved. And again, it's $49,742,404. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Okay, do we have any questions or comments, or just congratulations as to be acknowledged? I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody on Zoom.
All right, let's do this.
What's the wish of the council?
I move the City Council determine approval of resolution number 8797 is exempt from environmental review pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the state's guidelines implementing the California Environmental Quality Act. And I move that the City Council approve resolution number 8797, approving the agreements for the Redlands Police Department Safety Hall Project Phase 2. And I move to approve an additional appropriation of $49,742,404 in the City Hall Replacement Fund, number 406.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saucedo.
Yes. Thank you. Moving on to item K4, this is a consideration of First Amendment to the original professional service agreement with Tilden-Coil Constructions, Inc. for the master construction management services for the Redlands Police Department Safety Hall facility to increase the total amount to increase the total agreement to the amount not to exceed $6,029,848. Approval of the additional appropriation of $3,029,848, and determine that this action is exempt from the environmental review pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the state guidelines implementing the California Environmental Quality Act. Assistant City Manager Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to invite Ms. Munoz back up to provide a brief report on this item.
Again, Mayor, City Council, City staff. This one's pretty straightforward. It goes hand in hand with the Redlands Police Department Safety Hall project. And part of the process is the true-up with the construction management firm. So this brings the adjustment construction management fee amount up from the $3 million previously to the $6,029,848.
Okay, thank you.
And do you have any questions?
Are there any questions for staff? No? I don't have any public speakers. I don't see anybody in the audience. I don't see anybody on Zoom.
I'll move that the City Council determine that approval of a First Amendment to the original professional services agreement with Tilden-Coil Constructors, Inc. for master construction management services of the city's new police department safety hall facility is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the CEQA guidelines. I move the City Council approve the First Amendment to the original professional services agreement with Tilden-Coil Constructors, Inc. for master construction management services for the city's new police department safety hall facility, increasing the total compensation by $3,029,848 for a revised contract amount not to exceed $6,029,848. And I move that the City Council approve an additional appropriation in the amount of $3,029,848, increasing the agreement total not to exceed amount to $6,029,848.
Second.
A motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saucedo.
Yes. Moving on to agenda item K5, consideration of FY 2627 MUED annual purchase orders for a total amount not to exceed $5,792,000. Municipal Utilities and Engineering Director Heredia.
So this item is to consider the fiscal year 2026-27 MUED annual purchase orders with vendors who provide miscellaneous and routine repair, maintenance supplies, chemical and laboratory products, specialized departmental materials, and on-call as needed contract services. And the list of all those vendors are in your packet. That concludes my presentation.
Okay, I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody on Zoom. I did have one question. Does the Fastenal vendor fall under Facilities and Community Services Department, or does it fall under, or do we still using Fastenal?
Yes. Purchasing. Yeah, purchasing takes that to.
Okay,
purchasing.
thank you. Okay, that's all. That's the only question I had. What's the wish of the council?
Move the City Council determine that approval of the fiscal year 2026-27 MUED annual purchase orders is exempt from environmental review pursuant to Section 15301 of the state's guidelines implementing the California Environmental Quality Act. I further move to approve the fiscal year 2026-27 MUED annual purchase orders for an amount not to exceed $5,792,000.
Second.
Motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saucedo.
Yes. Moving on to item K6, consideration of a non-professional service agreement with Landfill Gas Engineering, Inc. for air quality sampling and analysis services for the wastewater treatment plant and the landfill with an initial 1-year term and an option to extend for 1 year additional year for total amount not to exceed $250,000 and determine that this action is exempt from environmental review pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the state guidelines implementing the California Environmental Quality Act, Municipal Utilities and Engineering, Heredia.
Yes, so this item is to consider a non-professional services agreement with Landfill Gas Engineering for air quality sampling and analysis and reporting services for the wastewater treatment plant in landfill. That is required by the South Coast Air Quality Management District. And that is for a term of 3 years in the amount of not to exceed $250,000.
Okay, I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody on Zoom. I did notice one little detail about that the vendor needed to be at least within 50 miles within radius of our plant.
That is correct, and that is why we selected the second vendor as opposed to the first one.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What are we paying out right now? I didn't, must have missed it someplace along the line here.
I would say it's about the same, in that range.
Okay, so we're not talking about a large increase.
No, we're not.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of requirements on regulating the air quality and monitoring that and reporting.
Correct. You see, there's a table on Exhibit A with all of the details of the monthly, biweekly sampling that we need to submit to the
Okay, thank you.
MD.
Also, we had $125,000 budgeted each year, so this comes in line with what we expected.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, all right. I move that the city council determine approval of the non-professional services agreement with Landfill Gas Engineering Incorporated is exempt from environmental review pursuant to Section 15061B3 of the state's guidelines implementing the California Environmental Quality Act, and I move that the city council approve the non-professional services agreement with Landfill Gas Engineering Incorporated for air quality sampling and analysis services for the wastewater treatment plant and landfill with an initial 1-year term and an option to extend for one additional year, for a total amount not to exceed $250,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. Moving on to item K7, consideration of a resolution 8809, levying special taxes with the City of Redlands Community Facilities District number 2004-1, Facilities and Community Services Department Director Crocker.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Staff is recommending that the City Council adopt resolution number 8809, establishing the maximum tax rates for community facility districts. And the CFD tax collected provides funding for labor, materials, and equipment costs that are associated with the maintenance services for the various properties that are annexed into those CFD areas. And the special tax revenue and related expenses are included in the city's fiscal year 26-28 budget.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any speaker slips. I don't see anybody on any public comment on Zoom. I did have one question on the discussion. It says, since its inception, 30 applications for annexations have been received and 25 have been successfully added. What happens to the other 5?
They're either under construction or they're planned, like they're in
Well,
the
they haven't,
process,
okay.
but they haven't actually fully have been established to apply the taxes.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Ready? I move to adopt resolution number 8809.
Second.
Motion and a second. Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Barich.
Yes.
Councilmember Tejeda.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Shaw.
Yes.
Mayor Saavedra.
Yes. Okay. Individual council member announcements and reports on activities. We'll start over with Councilmember Tejeda.
Thank you, Mayor. I only have 2 items. The Juneteenth celebration that I attended along with many other council members, and a meeting that I had with a person who is interested in changing a development that's occurring on Ligonia and Karen Street. That's all I have to, and I had a good 4th of July.
All right, Councilman Pro Tem.
I just wanted to thank the 4th of July committee for all their hard work. An excellent 4th of July celebration. Not only the one at Sylvan Park, but the fireworks display was great this year. So I know that's a lot of work for that volunteer committee. So thank you for their efforts.
I attended Juneteenth, and I often don't post about it on my social media, but at the monthly Omnitrans meeting as well.
Unfortunately, I was out of town on Juneteenth. My daughter got married in Puerto Rico, and she got married on 26/26, and she married a fire captain of Redlands here, Ryan Gallagher. Of course, everyone knows who Ryan is, right? So I think it, merged two nice families in Redlands, but it was a beautiful wedding, and I was very, very happy. Both of them are very happy, so I'm very happy for them.
Congratulations. I attended a Visiting Angels. It was a resource fair at the Eddie and Gloria Flores Senior Center. It was to address Alzheimer's disease and raise funds and an awareness for that. And I was at the Sylvan Park picnic. It was a wonderful day. A lot of good people out there. Got to watch a little bit of the fireworks. Of course, my dogs were freaking out, but still enjoyed. And it was a memorable, commemorative 250th anniversary birthday of our wonderful country. And I want to thank all those members, veterans, and active member services, and their families for their service to this country. Thank you so much. And we stand adjourned to the next meeting held July 21st. Thank you.